So let's figure out who did this. Let's reset it. Someone out there is probably like screaming and pulling their hair. So let's say it's Yonan. Yonan is already my like prime suspect, only because he knew it was a princess picture. Also, he's right at that age where he starts stealing porno. So, there's that. Because it would make sense if Yonan came and then left. Gantz was still there. Because it doesn't seem that anybody bumped by Yonan. Yeah, because I mean, that would push him further back. There's no way he couldn't have seen the monk. Because the... I mean, the problem is they don't say when they left. Yeah, because I already did Gantz, the kid, and then her. Unless... Because, I mean, these two say they saw Gantz regardless. So, I mean, that would have to mean that Gantz had to be first in. So let's do it this way. Also, I don't know why the sound screwed up there. That was really weird. I think it's just when the sounds run too long and they try to repeat. Alright. So let's see. Yep, you're an Amadar monk. The manager opened it up for you. Problem is, without knowing when they left. Because I mean, yeah, like the problem is I'm not sure if they mean they couldn't see them at all. Unless his arrival means that. Okay. Because he had to have seen Gantz. Ugh. I wish they'd repeat it as they just did it. So... I mean, I already tried 1, 2, 3. Because he bumped into someone he didn't know when he left. So that could have been him leaving. It was a guy that looked like a gang member. But he doesn't identify that it's specifically him. Yeah, because he knows Yonan. And he bumped into someone on the way out. So let me put you first. Because I've probably already done this combination. I think thing's not going to come up right with this either. The problem is that none of these add up. Someone's lying about their alibi. I mean, he could have seen the monk. That's the thing is. Yeah, he says something's fishy in the second one, and he's in the second slot. So let's try... Because I think Yonan's lying. Gantz is just the red herring. I'm just going to put them in line until they don't have an argument. I don't know whether that's just what Lutz says about Gantz. Okay. Because that would... Okay, let's do this. So I'm wondering who he passed. Because he knows it's not the monk. And the librarian arrived late. So that would mean that... Because she says Gantz, I think. She doesn't say it was Gantz at all. Which makes me suspicious. So let's try... Then Yonan. Unless it really is just Gantz. No, you changing it. You said he think it was Gantz, but he didn't say it was Gantz. Yeah, when he left he saw Mular, so... Because how can these two see each other? Gantz and Yonan. So, I mean, I guess by the testimony, because it changes when they're in line. So, let's do this. Let me just see. Wait a minute. Guy that looked like a gang member. When I left, I walked past the library in Mular. Let's just test it. There's probably something stupid like somebody hidden in the corner. Because let's see who complains this time. Gantz entered, he saw Yonin. Yeah, because none of that is right. So, I guess it would have to be. Let's reset the lineup one more last time. Yonin. Because Yonin's is speculative. He said he saw Gantz already here, but he couldn't have. Unless Gantz is the one lying. But he saw Gantz when he came in and didn't know who he bumped into. Yep, Amidar Monk. He saw someone he left, but he doesn't remember who, which could have been Yonin. Yonin saw Gantz when he entered the room. When he left, he saw Mular. But he never saw the monk. Yeah, Kalpani entered, he saw Gantz and bumped into someone when he left. However, he did not see Yonin. So, I mean, that could be Kalpani, which would mean that Kalpani's last. Unless Kalpani left much later. So let's... Because I think the other way... makes more sense. Because I think this way... Lutz says he sees something fishy. I mean, if you never saw the Amidara monk, that means he'd have to leave or arrive late. Okay. Have the manager open up for him. So someone he left, but he didn't remember who, which could be Kalpani. He saw Gantz and bumped into someone when he left. However, he did not see Yonin. So that means Yonin would have to be farther away. Alright, one last reset. And then I'm just going to look it up. Alright, so... yeah, they creeped me out. I would have remembered. So let's just put you as second, because maybe he just didn't see him. And then Kalpani. I mean, if he didn't see the monk... yeah. Okay. I see. Let's just reset it. So it looks like it's Yonin first, then Gantz, then Kolpani. I mean, that would have to make sense. Because Yonin was there earlier, and that means he could have left before seeing Kolpani and saw the manager. Because that could be Yonin. But I mean, if he never saw this guy that looked like a gang member. When I left, I walked past the librarian Mular. The whole time you didn't see the monk. But the monk was here all day. Well, it doesn't say how long he was here. Let's just hear it again. Okay. So, enter the library, saw a guy that looked like a gang member. Yeah, and when you left, you walked past the librarian Mular. And you didn't see the monk. Scary-looking guy Gantz, I think. But then later, when she's in line, she says she 100% saw him. And she knows Yonin, so... Could she have bumped into the monk? But he said he didn't see the monk. Yeah, I know I didn't see Yonin. It was strange because he's regular, I didn't see him in the hall. Alright, one more time. Yeah. Someone when I left, but I don't recall who. So, it wasn't Yonin who you bumped into. And it wouldn't have been the librarian. Yes, because you don't say anything of the monk. But the problem is that she saw Gantz. And she remembers it. Let's just do this. So let's just say it's Gantz. I mean, the problem is he didn't see the monk. I'm just gonna look this up after this one, if they still have issues. Because if there's just something I'm missing or something I'm supposed to do otherwise, because I thought if you line them up correctly, it would show the correct answer. Unless they're just trying to point out that it's Gantz. Or he just says something's fishy when he's in the wrong space. I did not see Yonin. Saw Gantz when he entered the room. When he left, he saw Mular, but he never saw the Amidar monk. I mean, without knowing their first in, like, who's last out. That's just weird. There's nobody else? Alright, well, I'm going to look this up real quick because it's bothering me. Because they're inconsistent, but you think they'd point out the inconsistencies. So let's go ahead and see here. And This is probably an obvious one. If anybody actually has. Let's see. Side stories. Okay, well this guide isn't helpful at all because it's not even telling me how to do anything. Let's see, Jetpack. Payment for Pondit. Bizarre item contest. Crash Site Monster Bash. Charms Power. Gizlam Gift. Training Monks Romance Trouble. Help Sonia break the cycle. Investigate the spooky sounds. Alright, let's do this. Okay. Here we go. So he says that Yonen's always at the library. Oh, no, that just tells him about it. Talk with everyone and find that Yonen met as a princess and her retainers as the illustration. Information not given at any time. Yes, Yonen did do it. However, to get the best outcome of this job, you need to poke holes in his story. If you don't, Marsha will convict him on her gut instinct and the job will just get an okay rating. So instead of accusing him right off the bat, do the alibi inspection and vent downstairs. Theo will act out Yonen's place. Since he's the liar, he'll always mess up the order. Just make sure the other two characters have a good position before picking and bringing everyone downstairs. Okay, so Lutz to Cheryl. When in doubt, make it Theo, Lutz, Cheryl. Okay, so that's what I thought when I first did that, because he said something sounds fishy. So yeah, I got this. Let's reset it. Because I figured Yonen was a liar, because there's no way he could see the monk being that early. Like you'd think he'd have to, unless the monk was already there. So he couldn't have been there when the monk left. And the monk bumped into someone, but he didn't know who it was. Let me just... there we go. Moved around. Comfy. So let's get this resolved. So basically you have to guess. Based on who you did. Because you can't just use gut feeling. I mean, I would have got him at the typical thing. It's like the same thing when you pull over drunk drivers and they're like, could you say your ABCs backwards? And they're like, oh, I couldn't do that if I was sober. Oh, so you're drunk right now? Like, fucking idiot. Well, let's quick save, just in case. So how do I call everyone down unless it's like a give up option or something? Maybe you have to do give up. Isn't something supposed to happen? Like, how do I get them to come down to do all that? What? So. Do I have to, like, talk to them in order? And then it was... Unless I broke it. Okay, so how do I get them to stack up? No. Because there's literally, like, not a cutscene, and I've talked to everybody, like, 30 times. What the fuck? Let's see something. Let's go back to what I was just looking at. Wow, this is a pain in the ass. I'm not really sure what they want is the problem. Alright. Just make sure to have two characters have a good position before picking to bring everyone downstairs. So how the fuck do you pick to bring everyone downstairs? Okay. I'm just gonna leave that up for the moment. So maybe I just have to reset the position and do it a bunch of times until somebody says something, or... Is there something I'm missing with, like... Oh, let me just do this. Maybe just reset them and put them back in that same position, because that seems like the right position. Yeah, because it says Theo lets Cheryl is correct. I don't know why this is. I think the problem is that it's not giving you any sort of notification when you're attempting something or saying like, is this the lineup? Like yes, no. Yeah, it's probably like I have to do reset the lineup. No. Oh. I thought that was him saying something. Should also probably separate the suspects so they don't, like, merge stories or change details slightly. Jesus, took way longer than I expected. Who's your optometrist? You really should change or have a talk with him. I shall see what I can do. Cute. Nothing, just a roll call. Yeah, well that's too obvious. Let's just do this. Because I saw that option. We all know about your problem now. I knew it was that kind all along. Oh god. If you're reliable, maybe he wouldn't have accused you. Anyway, let's not accuse him. Let's... Okay. Oh, yes. I like accusing my own party members. Have you been overtaken by shroom spores? Alex, I did not do this. Theo, I've suspected you all along. By using your spear, you took the pages of the book through the window? Alright, well I can close this now. That's gold.